podcast. My name is Darcel Edwards, and today we're talking a little bit about league dreams and struggles to make it to the league. I have some good friends that in the car with me today that I've known for a very long time, and I'm gonna have everybody go around and introduce themselves. Go ahead, Davond.
How y'all doing? I'm Davond Dade. Graduated with my man Swole in 2013 in high school. I went to Portland State, played football there, been pursuing a dream. Yeah.
What's up? What's up, y'all? My name is Brandon. Brandon Arnold, went to Crespi with him too. Graduated with my boys in 2013. Went to Oregon State University to play. Same thing, pursuing the dream still.
Shit, I'm Tyler. We all went to high school together. I don't know why these niggas keep saying that. I went to UCLA for 2 years and then transferred to Portland State and on this pursuit, on this NFL dream.
Yeah, my name is Mike. Same shit as Tyler. Basically, we all know each other. I went to the University of Central Arkansas for 2 years. Then I went to Florida Institute of Technology for 2 years. I'm the only baller in this car. None of these niggas hooped in college. Let me know.
But we could.
He is still.
Well, I could at least.
Like I said, I'm the only one that hooped in college. Let just be known.
He'll get dropped off.
All right, so the first question that I kind of want to ask you guys, especially with the NFL draft just happening and in Mike's case with the NBA draft coming up, we see a lot of those players getting the phone call of fulfilling this dream and getting selected to a team. So I kind of want to know how you guys feel when you don't get that call.
Well, shit. None of us really got the call that day. I guess for me, I didn't get a call on my draft day last year. Nothing really panned out for me. I didn't get an invite to nothing. So those the days after the draft, I was just sitting there stuck, not knowing what to do. But it didn't really stop me from I knew I was gonna get something. But I just continued worked out, and then still nothing happened. Nothing happened for me till about the summer, right after I graduated in June, July-ish, when I went to the little spring league. So that's been my little journey. I didn't get no invite to nothing besides the little spring league that Johnny Manziel did.
Did you guys ever feel discouraged for things not going your way? Because everybody's dream in this car at some point, especially playing football since the early ages of 7, 8 years old, even earlier than that, your dream is to get to the league, go to the league. And when shit doesn't pan out, I know that shit can be discouraging. So how did you guys deal with that?
Honestly, me personally, we still dealing with it. For me, when you want something and you ain't got it, you always thinking about what did I do wrong? How we got to do to still get it? So I don't know. For me, I just feel like I'm still dealing with it.
Yeah, me too personally. It was a tough pill to swallow. I know I can put in all this work, and then I know I'm talented enough. I know I can play with the best of the best. It's just, I don't know, it just wasn't my time. So just knowing what I know now, I wish I'd have knew a couple months ago, getting my headspace right, and just, I wish I'd been reading the books that I'm reading now and stuff. But when that panned out for me after a pro day and stuff, I took it hard. I was working out, but I gained so much weight. You guys know I gained 20 pounds, 20, 30 pounds.
Was it just stress eating or?
It was accumulation of stress eating. I had a hard load of school, but I was I didn't see myself changing or gaining that weight. It was just I don't know. I didn't start noticing until my girlfriend came back home. She's like, "Damn, you're big," and I was just like, "Damn."
You never realized it either till somebody say something.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was like 220. The highest I got was like 235, almost 240.
It didn't look right. Like, nigga, that's not how you that's not how you look.
You taking like creatine?
I wasn't taking nothing, bro. Just strictly just eating 3-4 times. Like, I was eating like 6 to 7 times a day, just with about like work, study load. Like, I had an internship, and then just trying to work out, and just not think about me not getting nothing after pro day. So
Okay, so let's take a little dive back. Let's go back to maybe the root where it really got serious with going to colleges and going to these colleges. That's where I feel that it all starts. Like, okay, I really got a chance at this thing. So, can y'all explain what was y'all day-to-day's life at school? How many hours you practiced? Went to class? Can y'all walk me through that a little bit?
I can tell you this from a b-ball standpoint that just day to day. I don't know not so much with football, but day to day, like, we start like mad early. And I know in football you guys have different film sessions, but for basketball we only had like one major film session, but everything just started out early, and your whole day is just down to a point. You guys do this. Bro, I was waking up every day at 4:50 to get on the court at 5:30 for practice at 6. So, I mean, my day started at 4:50, ended at around like 11 something. I mean, you gotta have a life too, so that's just how you just get used to that schedule though, just waking up and doing that. It's militant in a way, but not really. But it has some like militant thing, like wake up early, you got scheduled, hit this, and keep going through the day.
And like everybody's situation is different too, because it's like if you have dreams of going to the league, like if I'm just working out in the morning, that ain't gonna be enough. Like, especially coming from like a school that's like don't really know what they doing. I don't know, just it's all, Tyler was there, like
So what y'all would have to like?
it's all right. So I can explain. Like, so when I was at UCLA, like,
he could explain, because going from UCLA to a Portland State.
So when I was at UCLA, like, same with Mike, football. Remember my freshman year, I redshirted. We had weights at 5:30. Freshmen all listed at 5:30. No, it was at 5. We all listed at 5, and the DBs had to be on the field at 5:45. We had to be on the field at 6:15. Had to be done with the workout at 5:45. Be on the field at 6:15 for practice at 7. We had to be warmed up at 6:15. Be on the field and stretched and ready to go for our DB drills by 6:30. So when it got time to go to class, I had class at 10. I already had a full workload for like the average humans waking up. And going in, I had class from 11 to 4 o'clock. Well, 11 to 3 o'clock. And then I had to go get lunch. And standing long. UCLA, over 100,000 students. I'm trying to get lunch. I'm standing in line for 20 minutes. Had to scarf that down. Rush over to meetings. They had special team meetings at 4 o'clock. Special team meetings will last for like an hour and a half. Then you go to your position meetings. You be in there from 7 o'clock till about 9:30, 10. Dining hall closed.
Mm. So what you eating?
Exactly my point. I'm going back to the dorm room hungry, but at UCLA they got late night. Late night food is all like fried food, junk food, and pizza and fucking milkshakes and shit like that, curly fries. I was in fucking fat camp, like, so I had to watch, like, hey, I'm over here, I have to be on the bike every day after practice for 30 minutes so I can wash my body fat. I went in at fucking 212, I'm playing deep, they wanted me to be 5% body fat. I had 10, they wanted me to be at 5, so I'm on the bike every day for 30 minutes, just run, like, so y'all can't eat that shit.
They actually gave you a body percent goal to
hell yeah.
That's nuts.
Y'all remember how small I was when I was at UCLA? I got down to 185 at 4%. Like, that shit was ridiculous.
Brandon, was it similar at Oregon State?
Honestly, bro, we low-key had it made. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, for Oregon State, so in season or camp, whatever, we had to wake up. Basic camp for us wouldn't start until like 8 o'clock, right? So we'd be up by 6, go in, have to get taped real quick, go eat breakfast. Then we have meetings for a second. I mean, like meetings from like 7 to like 7:45. Then we have to go get dressed and get ready for practice. But usually our days would be done by like 11, 12. We have lunch, they feed us lunch, and we go to class after that if we had class. And then sometimes they give us dinner or they give us an orange card shit. So basically, an orange card, it had $12 on there, so niggas could go anywhere they wanted to eat that was accepting an orange card for the university, and get something for $12.
How much was on the card?
$12.
So what was some of the food you can get with that?
Shit.
$12 though, nigga. That's not. That ain't
Yeah,
shit.
like, that's what I'm saying.
That's a meal you can get right there, though. So nigga, you can go, but that's your dinner, though.
Okay. So
See,
now,
I'm looking at, I'm hearing this, and I'm like, this sounds awesome.
Nigga,
This
that's-
sounds.
So how
Even when Tyler saying how he got the night thing, like the night cap,
Yeah,
the cap, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
PSU, they have a
we didn't have shit.
For
So-
Portland State,
Got a fucking
Portland
thing.
State,
I always heard of that. About
you, there's nothing like. And we get out of meetings, and then we'll be they'll have like the Andine food. There's like where our cafeteria was called Andine, but like during the season, we only got that the cafeteria food only in the summer. During the season, we didn't get fed.
So what was y'all eating?
Yeah.
Man,
Off of our stipend, we would only get fed lunch before the game day and breakfast and lunch on game day.
you know what the fuck we was eating on game day?
What?
Take a guess. Wildest guess. Take a wildest guess.
They didn't feed you on game day?
No, just take a wildest guess. You say Subway?
Close enough.
Close enough.
Soup and sandwiches.
The day
But like
game.
plain sandwiches, plain turkey, plain ham.
Before the game.
So what you're saying is
Chicken noodle
Crespi
soup.
fed you better than...
On God.
Yes.
On God.
Yes.
And I basically
Crack- no,
had
we had-
Crispy still.
What?
That's
We
basically
had-
what I still had.
Okay.
So
Crispy was feeding us way better before. At
it
3
wasn't-
o'clock after school?
But it wasn't.
At 3 o'clock
it
before the
wasn't
game
good
at 7,
food,
we was
though.
eating
It
pasta
wasn't,
and
it wasn't good.
did y'all know that this was what y'all was getting into basically? Did y'all
No,
did they
okay.
tell
Well,
you?
for me, I came in with a different coach
Oh, okay.
before he got fired. And when I was there, the 2 years I was there, we actually got he actually spent money to make us look nice.
Yeah.
He actually spent money on like when we ate, how we traveled. He took care of us, and like I don't know if it was like, I don't know the full situation, if he was just spending money that they didn't have or what, but when we got our new head coach, he really cut everything back on us and just like
And that's when I
threw the
got there.
whole kitchen at us, and we was like what it like one sweater for the travel gear for the year, one sweater, one sweatpants.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Man,
Damn.
I went from getting a Cubby fit every other week to getting nothing. I went out there, they ain't had no shoulder pads for me. They ain't had no helmet. I had better helmets at Crespi to choose from.
Wow.
I had better selection from pads. My pads I was wearing was like 3X, like lineman pads. I was wearing, me and Davond switched jerseys just for the hell of it, because I'm like, they gave me these big ass pads. I might as well wear a big ass number. So me and him switched jerseys. I was out there playing DB with number 99 on with these big ass pads and an old DNA. Like, just complete difference, like money difference. Just it was
because at Portland State, they didn't like, you had to earn your stripes back, really. So like when Tyler got there, like he had like, it was like honestly like a reality check. Like what the hell? Like
it was humble. I had a humble experience.
Yeah.
It was very humbling.
So, do y'all feel that y'all was at a disadvantage when trying to make it to this next level? Because it sounds like, especially for Tyler and Davon, it sounds like y'all was basically playing high school football. Well, y'all was playing college ball with high school resources, basically.
Honestly,
Our shit feel like a JUCO.
Wow.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like there's always gonna be shit holding you back. There's always gonna be some sort of disadvantage against
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? There's
No,
always gonna
yeah.
be some.
And it's go ahead, my fault.
But in the weird thing in that weird game of football, if you eat, nigga, then you can get a chance. Right? So it's like, like I said before, it just feels like niggas is gonna end up pulling through.
And it's like at the same time, like what Brandon was saying before, you look back at it at yourself, like, dang, like what was I doing wrong in high school where I could have done better to go to a better school, you know, and wouldn't have put myself in this situation. That's how I looked at it for myself, at least. Like when I went, Portland State was my only offer, and when I got there, it was like, dang, like, is this what I really signed up for? Like, and then you like when you're going through, you're like, damn, like, what was I doing wrong? Like, I should have got better grades, did better on the SAT, ACT, whatever. Took football more serious earlier. Like, you know, you just look at things yourself that you felt like you did wrong.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, so being in these programs, do you feel like you have enough time to be a student at the same time?
For me, that was kind of my problem when I was at UCLA. Because y'all know I'm hella sociable. I can talk to anybody. So when I finally got football done, I wanted to, go be social. Like, I couldn't sit in the dorm and, like, just go to sleep or just sit there and that wasn't me. I would go out, talk, meet people, random people. Just it's UCLA. Like, what the fuck? Like, over 100,000 people apply to this motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna meet somebody here. Why not just go meet them? So that was my thing when I was playing at UCLA. I was like, I just want to be out and about. Like,
right.
And I wish I'd have just been able to sit it down, just focus on football and just chilling. Like, I'm just gonna sit it down in the dorm room and just chill out and focus and get ready for the next day.
Did you guys pick your major accordingly? Like, did you guys pick it because you wanted to do it, or?
Okay, I got a funny story for this. I got a funny story. So when I took my visit to Portland State, they asked me, what do you want to do? And I what do you want to get your degree in? I said, architecture. I want to go to architecture. They showed me the architecture building. We walked through and it's a legit, they have a whole building for architecture. You gotta test to get into the higher class and everything. I get there and then when you first get to your school, you just so hyped up. You don't even damn, I'm in college. Like, I didn't even really pay attention to what I was even taking. And 2 weeks in, I'm like, this has nothing to do what I was trying to do. And I go to my mentor. I'm like, these classes aren't related to architecture at all. She's like, oh yeah, you're a communication major. I was like, what? I was like, what? Like, when did I say communication? They're like, oh, I was told you were undecided in your major, so we had you in communications. I was like, no, and then with the architecture courses, they're so you have to be A, B, C, D, or else you're gonna have to wait a year and stuff to apply for other classes. So by then it was already too late, and it'll mess up my eligibility to finish in time for school and everything, and with my scholarship. So I had to go a different route with my degree. Ended up getting graphic design.
Yeah, that's the same shit here for me, basically. Nigga, I got there. I was undecided. I told him I wanted to be undecided because at first I wanted to go there for architecture, too. Same thing. Wanted to do the same thing. Got there.
Shout out Coach Billick, architecture class at Crespi. Just saying that.
That's a fact. But I got there. I was like, well, I don't want to do that. So I went undecided for a little bit, and then a year later, so I took all the normal freshman classes that everybody takes: the math classes, English classes, science classes, all that. And then the next year, I told them I want to do astronomy. And them niggas was like, no, that'll be too hard because it'll take up too much of your time or you won't be able to focus and do football and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So they put me in communications. So then a year later, this cold white boy I knew, Zach, who was a grade older than me, found out he was taking astronomy. He was taking it the whole time. And them niggas just lied to me because they didn't want me to go in there for whatever reason. So the whole time I'm thinking that class was going to take up too much of my time for me to be able to focus on that and do football, how they're saying with the same thing with engineering. a lot of walk-ons, they don't prefer them to do engineering because they say you can't do that and be a walk-on, go to school and play ball. So they're trying to say that it would be the same thing, that was the same type of caliber level it was on with astronomy and football. And then I come find out a year later, a nigga was doing it. I'm like, oh, y'all some whole ass niggas. Y'all just didn't want me to do it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
That was from the school, so
like
for Oregon,
your mentors.
yeah. So Oregon State, we had our own little mentor school area, bro. So it's called the Beth Ray Center where I was up there, but basically it was right across the street from the stadium, and the the athletic teams all had that area for themselves. So tutors was over there for them. They could have classes in there at times. Mentors within there for them. We did study hall in there. All that shit was for us, and we had our own academic advisors in there. So whenever we had to go talk to our academic advisors, we just went right across the street, talk to them real quick. And them niggas straight up lied to me and told me that I couldn't do astronomy.
So your university is essentially set you up to not be a real student athlete, just an athlete.
It just didn't give me the opportunity to, while I was there, to do what I wanted to do. But it's all good because I'm gonna end up doing it eventually, so I'm not even worried about it.
Mike, how was it at your schools? Because you went to multiple schools as well. So how was it?
Academically, I think with basketball, they're a lot more flexible with classes you take. I was a comm major, but still, there was a heavy emphasis on education, at least on my part. But I will say, when I went to the D2 school at FIT, bruh, people were stressing it because of the academic part, not even because of the sports. They were stressing over that. And on top of that, the coaches were stressing them out. We had some people that really just couldn't even continue playing the sport anymore because just can't handle the type of stress.
Yeah.
And that's just weird in itself, having to deal with that kind of stress, even if it's academic or sports. That's just not healthy.
Yeah.
Just as a human being, honestly.
So with the majors that you guys were kind of forced into, basically forced into, did you at least feel like you learned something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we all communication majors? Oh, you are.
Yeah. For the graphic design, it was a different route, but I did enjoy what I was doing, and I did enjoy learning something new, but it's just not what you wanted. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, when I got to Portland State, I've always thought I was gonna be a business major. I wanted to do that at UCLA, but they only had econ, so I was just taking the regular classes that you take just to get credits, your freshman courses. But when I got there, they put me right into business classes, but just there wasn't any resources at Portland, so you really got to do it on your own. You're really an adult. They treat you like you're an adult. You can get their study on stuff, but there's nobody actively going around oh, do you need help with this? How can I help you with that? So when I first got there, I'm chilling. Me and Davond, me and him are roommates freshman year. Not freshman year.
And Portland State is they have a really good business school. It's one of the top ranked business schools.
Top in the country.
Yeah.
So I'm there and I'm just chilling. Davond knows I'm a business major. So it's 3 weeks go by, and he see me at the house. I'm always at the house. He come home and I'm just chilling on the couch, and he asks bro,
you're a business major. You ain't got nothing to do.
And I'm
he's nah. The professor said we was good. I was
I'm in class. They not talking about. We just going over what we learning. I'm writing notes, taking notes. I'm learning. But I'm at UCLA there was so many damn students. There wasn't that much homework assigned. It was mainly tests and stuff, and maybe you would have a homework assignment here and there.
Yeah. Portland State, they like to do small classes.
Okay.
So I went from going to study halls with 300-400 kids to being in a high school setting with 25, 30, and I'm this is completely different. You said there was discussion classes.
Or to actually take attendance.
Yeah, exactly that part. Taking attendance, you really got to come.
Man.
So the whole time, I'm not even knowing I have homework built up from 3-4 weeks ago. I get F's and I get an F, and I'm like, oh shit, like this is my first time like getting an F in college. I'm like, god damn, like I'm not dumb, but I just didn't know I had homework. Like,
Yeah.
So they getting, plus they getting your ass you get an F. They treat you like an idiot. Like they put you in study hall for 16 hours for the week. You like, and you already have like. You're already mandatory 4. If you don't got like above a 3.0, you're already 4 to 6. Yeah, 6 hours a week on top of your football schedule and your class schedule. You got to get 6 hours of study hall throughout the week. So if you messing up, they add more study hall to that, and then you get a tutor, so you got to do that too. And it was a complete drop off. So I chose communications because I was like, I can't keep messing up in business and delaying my graduation time. I'm trying to get the hell out of here so I can just play football and focus on football.
Okay. So we spoke about the academics. How was the competition level with different athletes? And in Tyler and Mike's case, with y'all transferring from different schools, how did the competition levels vary?
As far as like student wise, like
no, sports wise.
Sports wise,
yeah.
I mean, coming from a mid major, I mean, we play like big schools too. Like,
and what's a mid major for the people that don't know?
A mid major is like, a mid major is the colleges. How you actually define that?
A mid major is only like basketball for
but D1 AA for football would consider mid major.
Yeah, but there's no D1 AA in basketball. So like
that's the mid major then. That would be like the mid major for it.
So like this school's Central Arts with D1 in basketball, but D1 AA in football.
Yeah, something like So, but we play I play against at Creighton. I played in MGM Grand Arena. I played in New Mexico's arena, which was like I guess famous for the NCAA championship. So like I played in some pretty big arenas, and then I transferred and I played in some really small, shitty arenas. But at the same time, I mean the competition for like a mid-major to a high-level D2, it varies. It really does, depending on state. Honestly, it goes by state and region. Like Florida has a high state, California has a high state, and then you got some other states that the D2s probably ain't shit. But
and also it depends on like a lot of the schools' resources.
Exactly,
because there's plenty of D1 AA football teams that can easily compete with a top 20. I'll say a top 25 team.
Yeah.
Like there's teams out there that can easily compete with other teams. It's just the resources that a lot of these other smaller D1 AA schools. What you say, mid-major schools as well.
Yeah, facts. Because when there's not really a drop off. Like football is football at the end of the day. Like you put your cleats on the same way somebody else put their cleats on. It's just the coaching wise and just the resources. At major UCLA, you get training table, you get food, you get more accessibility, bigger weight room. Like you got more stuff. At D1 AA. It's just less resources, but the talent is there. The talent is always going to be there at every school. You got some people, like just had bad grades or whatever. Just it didn't click at the right time, but they're still dogs. Like there's more dogs on a D1 AA level than there is at the D1 level.
So,
whoa, that's a bold statement.
So, do you feel the difference in why these players at D1 AA don't necessarily get the attention is the exposure and resource piece and the teams you may play?
Yeah, it depends. Like it all depends on what D1 AA you're going to. Like if you're in a good market where you guys are traveling, you're playing good teams, and you guys are a good team, like you're gonna get exposed.
But how many D1 AA programs would you say are like that?
There's a handful. Like we could say Montana has been like a respectable team. Eastern Washington has been a respectable team. South Dakota State has been a respectable. Yeah. South Dakota State, they beat out Iowa that one year, and that was a top 25 team. Like I could even say Portland State when we beat Washington State. Like it was a 0.3% chance of us winning the
It's
game.
just like the movie, bro.
Yeah.
Even Sunday, like shit happens.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We almost
football.
beat Brandon's team our senior year. Just it's just the level. It's football. It's a game of inches. It's all a game of inches in the day.
It's just you gotta think, bro. States like Michael saying states reach
the state.
like they hold power to them. Like nigga, you hear Alabama. Oh shit, Alabama. You know, all 5-star recruits want to go. You hear Clemson. You hear certain schools around certain times. It's like it attracts other schools. Don't get me wrong, Portland State, they still have dogs there. You gotta think like Portland State, they have niggas that get put out almost every year, you know? They go to the league and go play ball for a second. But that's just all it is. It's just,
recruiting, like he pretty much, it's like recruiting when the big names recruiting. Like when you hear Clemson, what you think of? You think of a brand new facility that got the built-in slide in it. Like, you like, what? Kids think, I want to go there. Like,
52 cold tub.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what? What the fuck you hear about this?
Miniature golf course at the what you could need a miniature golf course for?
They just doing shit like 3D type movie theaters in the locker room.
Because they got the money.
Yeah, they just winning.
Really, probably 40.
Fucking yeah. So it's no real drop. There's no real drop off. It's just all the region. Like even for people like getting looks at the NFL, like this. It's all the region you play for in D1AA, honestly.
It's like the same thing how niggas in the NFL, bro. They make it to the point, all the first round draft, bro. Like Kyle Murray, like he's sitting there, he's like, bro, he can really dictate off of a team he wants to go to. It's the same thing. If you set yourself up that much in high school, then you can dictate where the fuck you want to go. Like niggas, like everybody in here had that opportunity. In a sense, you want to choose where they wanted to go, what they wanted to do. You know, you had that choice. It's the same thing with the next level.
Okay, my next question, did you guys feel that you were prepared to prepare to go to the league based off of the competition that you played in college, and if not go to the league, prepared to do something else based off the majors and stuff you picked?
I'll just say this from my experience in the ball. I wish I was prepared more to understand that it truly is a business before anything else. Like before they try to tell you, it's fun, it's a game. No, that motherfucker a business. Man, like the coach is wearing a suit for a reason. It's a business. So that's just off my experience. That's what I wish I understood more going into college and even high school, but mostly during the college.
So when you say it's just a business, do you feel like you were just being used? And everybody that comes in there?
I wouldn't say I was being used. I would say that I didn't look at it as this is a business type mechanism type organism type thing. Like I didn't look at it like that. Like I didn't look at the fact that, sometimes coaches had to make business decisions and, just it's a business, man. Shady stuff goes down when it's a business, and that's just how it is.
What's an example of the shady stuff?
Just over recruitment, probably. That's probably one of them. I mean, every coach, they're like a salesman. They try to sell you their school. Right. And, they can promise you
everybody's lied. Everybody's lied when it comes to recruiting.
They promise you the world, or they always show you just the better. They're not gonna show you the worst. Like, why would they? Just understand that part of a business. Like, why would they show you? Why would they want you to come here type thing?
Yeah.
I felt like, oh no, go ahead, my fault.
No, I was just
like how he was just saying it was a business. I feel like it hit me early for me because when I got my offer, it was my one and only offer. He had called me because they wanted me to commit on my visit when I came back, and I told him like my coach doesn't allow us to commit on visits, blah blah. So when I come back, like land, he calls me. He's like, hey, I just want to let you know if you don't commit by tomorrow, we're sending out another guy next weekend, and if he commits, we're gonna pull your offer. So it's like almost essentially blackmailing, like I gotta commit or I'm not. And at me, I ain't even got my first offer yet, so it's like I ain't got nothing to lean back on. Like
they were fucking Shark Tanking you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a business.
That's crazy.
It's a dog-eat-dog world. If you don't understand that at an early age, like for me, I didn't understand that at UCLA. Like got niggas telling me the wrong plays on the sideline and shit, like just being snakes. You know, we come from Crespi, like
Players or coaches?
Whoa.
players.
You serious?
What? Man, y'all thought I was bullshitting? Man, yes.
Wow.
Players telling on each other and shit, like there's a whole bunch of bullshit going on. But yeah, if I'd have known to just keep to myself, you know, like no friends, like you don't got no friends, like at the end of the day, you know. I already got my group of friends that I'm gonna be with for life, but I gained a couple more. But if I'd have known to just stick to myself and just weed out the bullshit, I'd have had a way different experience at UCLA.
Well, let me ask you. This is actually for all of you because, you know, at Crespi, you guys were the cream of the crop. You know, the highest tier. Do you think that prepared you for situations like that, or not at all?
No. Because you gotta think about this. Shit was always, I won't say it's always in our favor, but it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see
What we
that.
wanted is what we got. And I'm not trying to say like we were spoiled,
Mm-hmm.
but it just fell in our hands. We got there and we had shit go haywire. So yeah, we've always gone through the process of, you know, adversity, you know, working out and everything, but we didn't get a chance to live that, you know,
Right.
while we were at Crespi.
Yeah, for me, though, like, you know, I didn't even play till my senior year. Like, you know,
Right.
we played
Yeah,
JV
yeah.
together, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, you know, I feel like I was always kind of like the underdog, really just sitting and waiting till opportunity. But I could say for myself, like, my freshman, sophomore year, I wasn't taking football serious. Like, not till my junior years when I was like, all right, like, let me really get on my shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like for them, they always been like their top tier athletes. So I can understand from their point of view as well.
Shit, but I also know for me, like on a competition level, you was asking earlier,
Yeah.
I got a chance to go against niggas. Like,
Right.
you feel me? I got a chance to go against big name niggas. But it was fun. Like, I can't lie. Like, it was fun to get a chance to compete against people. See if you can compete with them, like Tyler was saying.
Yeah.
But even at a D1 AA school, you still get a chance you still get an opportunity to play against
Yeah, that shit is
top
fun.
end schools.
How
It's
was
like,
it-
That shit is fun as fuck.
How was that shit like traveling and like on game day? What was that experience like?
Well, I don't know for football, but for basketball, we was literally traveling like almost every other day,
Man.
catching a flight. And I think you guys really travel
Once a week.
once a week. Yeah, we were traveling. There was sometimes we were out of school almost for like 2 weeks at one point.
Yeah.
We played in Vegas at the MGM Grand Tournament. We was almost out of school for like 2 weeks or something like that. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you love it because, you know, you're hooping, you know, fucking in the middle of Vegas and you love it. Same time, you're coming back to, you know, piles of stuff. And you're just like, bro, what? Like, come on, though. Like, come on. I already got a midterm. Like, come on, man.
That shit, it was fun. Like, especially away games. Away games is fun because you come in a different state. Like, I remember we was in playing Minnesota. Niggas went to the mall. We was out there for like 2 days before the game started. Niggas, like I said, out the mall the day before the game started, just enjoying. You feel me? Having fun and shit. It's fun.
Okay. Now see, now this is how it comes to what I'm saying, how like there's some D1 and
That's what I'm
D1
saying. I'm talking about from my standpoint.
Y'all want to hear the complete drop off?
But for them, that shit was terrible. Tyler and them, this nigga used to call me. We'll be on FaceTime. This nigga be like, bro, I'm on this fucking bus for like 10 hours. I'm like, damn.
You
nigga.
understand,
Like,
bro.
I'm so sorry. Because I can see in his face, this nigga was so pissed off. This nigga was not hurt, but this nigga was pissed the fuck off. Like, he's in the bus for that long.
Because for Tyler, it was really like a reality check, you know, like.
I've been going through
Yeah,
this shit.
and then when he's like, bro, like, you been going through this shit? I'm like, yeah, like, this the trenches, like, it's the trenches, man.
But I still didn't get to have, like, y'all was at that solid zoo that one time.
But
It's a zoo.
bro,
Yeah.
nah.
We did a drive-through zoo on the buses. When we were already doing a 15-hour bus ride to Cal Poly, so we wasted more time like going through the slow drive-through.
That's what I'm saying. From my standpoint, that shit was fun.
What?
That's what we got you doing experience. That
Like,
shit was fun.
Brandon, I I'm thinking most people ain't gonna enjoy going to no zoo and they already on the bus for that long.
Like, it was. I ain't gonna lie. Some of the bus trips was cool.
Yeah.
Like, it was cool seeing like we was driving like fucking like Idaho or like we was driving like fucking like.
They would try to make it fun, have us stop places.
Yeah, like you see like random shit in the middle of nowhere, but like on them rides back, we had a
like after a game.
Yeah.
After a beat up game,
if you body
if you
hurt,
lost, you know,
we bitch ass coach in the front of the bus that don't let you talk.
Like, and then you know how some coaches are sour. You lost, so you can't even no movie.
We didn't watch movies
Pitch
there
black.
or going back, nigga.
Yeah, pitch black.
Imagine a 10-hour bus ride with no movies,
Oh my God.
no service. You already know service in the middle of no. Courage and Cowardly Dog House is out in the middle of Idaho. You think you got some service? Bus break down, you got Jeepers Creepers flying out. Oh God, bro, man, that's the shit we was going through though. Like 10, 15-hour bus rides, you lose.
Wait, and then on top of that, we you thinking like, all right, we got long bus rides, we need to feed them right.
Yeah.
Okay, you open the bag, the family size Oreos. You give us Popeyes. Like, we got a game. Why are you giving us Popeyes? Why are you giving us the 2-piece and the biscuit? Why are we getting the 2-piece?
Fucking family size Doritos. Fucking powdered donuts.
Powdered donuts.
The Ralph's donuts.
And then try to throw in the Quakers, the Quakers Chewy bars and look like we on some healthy shit and an apple. Like you done gave us trying to give us all these sweets
for 10 hours though.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to get that for 10 hours. Then they be mad at you when you try to get something in the morning, like a motherfucking breakfast burrito for the bus ride. They get mad at you. Like, nigga, I'm hungry. Like, I'm not trying to be on this bus ride for all day not eating.
Bro, to me, that shit sounds crazy because they're using you. They're bringing you in here to win games, and they're getting paid and everything, and y'all can't even get a decent meal. And on top of that, like, it's just like, especially being at D1 AA, y'all trying to make it to the league and get out, but part of that is nutrition. When you got other motherfuckers at Wisconsin and these big schools and they getting protein shakes after every workout, getting good meals for the game, I know y'all gotta feel that y'all was at some type of disadvantage.
Hell yeah.
But like at the same time, for guys that are at that level, it sucks for them too, because then they're like, we're giving them all this stuff, but they're not. They're still losing. They're not.
They don't know.
Exactly.
That shit made me humble, and it made me appreciate everything I got. Like,
a lot of niggas like that were at Oregon State too. They appreciate that shit. They just thought that shit came with. Like, bro, I'm talking about that shit's having so hot. We used to get in trouble for all the time for the little lounge area, player lounge.
Oh,
niggas used to be up there, bro, and it would leave shit all the time, bro. Leave shakes, leave food plates up there, leave food laying around. Like, bro, that shit used to be so trash all the time. I'm like, I don't know if it's because niggas didn't care or just niggas was childish, but it's clearly one of the two. And it's like, that shit happened all the time. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas have no idea. Like, this shit can be taken. If y'all was kicked off this team, you wouldn't know what the fuck to do with your life tomorrow. But hella niggas that transferred ended up learning that shit. They was like, bro, Oregon State had it made. Like, they had that shit made for us.
One thing
when they go other places, they don't have it like that at all.
Yeah, one thing about being at Oregon State, I used to be able to just look at Davond like, man, like, nigga, we gotta get up out of here, bro. Like, we gonna find a way. We gonna eat. We gonna gain this weight or whatever and get up out of here. Like, when I first got there, I was already so little from being at UCLA trying to be 4% body fat. I had to, get back to what I felt was right for me to be healthy. So I was, for the past 2-3 years, I was trying to gain weight. I felt like I didn't start gaining weight until he was having a baby. I'm like, he eating. I'm like, shit, I need to eat. Like, so just being able to go to school with him, seeing him, like, understanding how much, like, he was going through, I'm like, damn, I can't even complain no more. Like, he been going through this shit. Like, it's just time to take it on the chin and just keep it pushing.
Do you guys feel that your coaching staff was there to help you and we're doing a good job at helping you?
I'll say this, from my standpoint, I went to 3-4 different coaching staff changes. Yeah, I went to Coach Riley. Can't remember. It's a American Samoan coach, and then Coach A. 4 different coaching staff changes, bro. I had all them years, I would say maybe I had at least no more than 5 that were real coaches, like real people you can connect with and be cool with.
Yeah.
The rest of them coaches, bro, it's just
Like when I say it's a business, so
Therefore,
like when
yeah,
the coaches
business,
is
bro.
gone, like
it's
Yeah,
not.
so
They
yeah.
don't fuck. If they
Yeah.
don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you.
He was cool.
Coach, the defense coordinator.
Tim
Coach
High.
Yeah, you had Coach Hyde at like senior
See,
year.
I just feel like the only thing with me, I didn't have no personal connection with the coaches. Like, coaches would be cool and it's just like everything is good, but like I feel like all the other position coaches on defense are like really connected with you on a personal level. Like, how's your life outside of football type shit. Like Coach, I feel like Coach Dowd.
Coaches are like that though.
But the thing
Yeah.
is, I'll say this, so if you was with us a lot with Coach Dowd, you would have that same connection.
Yeah, but that was the thing. Like, it's just like I was playing linebacker, y'all was playing DB, so the only time I could get that was when I went out my way to do it. When I was come watch film with y'all during lunch, or when I would stay after and work on the ladder drills. That was the only time. But all this other time, it's just like I'm feeling just like, okay, I'm just here and I gotta lead this group of guys, but it's just like our relationship ain't the best. And I don't say it was terrible, but I feel like that affected me getting recruited and stuff too. Because when these coaches coming in and they're asking, oh, how's this guy? If you don't really fuck with that person like that, you're not gonna give them a great like review basically. And with me being undersized, everybody know I was a dog. But with me being undersized and being 170 on a good day, I feel like I needed that exposure. I needed that extra push.
That gas. You just needed someone to gas.
Yeah. So
You need someone to sell you, not just someone to come in and look at it.
exactly. So all wrapping that back into it, do you guys feel like there was coaches that was there for you to ride for you and give you that gas and help you out and give you shit that they're not being paid to do basically?
Shit, like I said, I had a lucky enough handful of coaches in college that I fucked with, or fucked with me too. It was kind of giving me the extra push. Coach Perry for sure. Coach Perry, that's the easy one. And I also had some that weren't. I had the chance to see coaches damn near turning on each other, not fucking with each other at all, and then bringing that into the position group. So in a sense, I felt in the same shoes with Tyler at one point too, like beefing with my DB coach, ready to knock the nigga out actually, like legit, ready to knock the nigga out.
Coaches is
And then
football guy.
just not being able to, how many coaches we have.
Yeah.
So we have clearly the football coaches, and then our secondary coaches is gonna be like our weight room coaches.
So how many like total? Like a number?
Shit.
It varies.
Is it more than, bro? Cool thing about basketball, I'll say this about coaches. We only got about 4. We got a couple grad assistants, but
Because we got coaches and GAs.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, y'all got hella coaches.
assistant coaches too.
That's a lot of moving pieces, man.
Yeah, you got
That's a lot of moving pieces.
And then you also gotta add in the strength condition coaches.
And then, but like what how you mean it like turns to like you want a good relationship? It just turns it back to it being a business. So it's like
That's a business.
these coaches that you don't know how long they're gonna be here. You don't know what their next move is because they got families to feed too.
Right.
They're doing this for a check. They're not doing this to get to the next level. So it's like for me, I had 4 different D lineman coaches my whole time being at Portland State. The one that recruited me, the one that came in after him when he left, he became the defensive coordinator. Then he brought in another one. That one left, and they brought in one more for my senior year. So it's like you don't really have the opportunity to really gain a relationship with anybody when like you're at a place where coaches are going in and out and like there's nothing stable.
So, do you feel that affects your performance? 1, beefing with a coach. 2,
Hell yeah.
so
A coach will purposely not play you if they don't like you. Even if they know you're better, they know they're better than somebody else.
Can I just
Yeah.
Hey, this prime example. When I got to Pro State, like, you know, I was behind someone who led the nation in picks his senior year. So I'm like, I'm okay with that. But me and him, we was rotating. You know, I would go in. You know, I could do the same shit to him with the D line we had 2015 year. So next year, the defensive coordinator, he just didn't believe me. He brought in some nigga named Ryan, knowing damn well this nigga cannot play football, bro. Like try to force him on the field and make him play. Couldn't
force him to make a play, pretty much.
Force him, like, literally, like everybody be like, bro, just go in. I'm like, I can't, like I can't. So boom, I don't like do the best of the year, but I'm getting looked at for the NFL. You know, I'm meeting with agents my junior year. Like, my name's getting back out there or whatever. So, you know, I'm pretty sure the defensive coordinator knows that. I'm rotating with him my whole senior year. Like, I'm going to him like, bro, like, you, for the shit my defensive coordinator is cussing me out on, he not even cussing him out. Like, and he like, Tyler, why did you tackle him like this?
What?
Why did you tackle him like this?
Not good job. You made the tackle. Like this is a bad form of tackling.
Like, why did you tackle him like this? I'm like, nigga, how do you want me to tackle him? Like, there's a whole ass pile. I knocked his knees down. Like, how do you want me to tackle this nigga? But I can't say that because I'm gonna be in the wrong. Like, I just gotta just shut it. He had to, my whole senior, he had to just my life in the palm of his hands. Yeah, goddamn. And like.
Where you taking it?
And this dude, and my boy Braxton, I love him to death, but he didn't play. He played like 10 snaps his whole entire senior year. Right. Not on special teams, not on defense.
After our coach got fired and the new coach came in, he didn't even play like that.
And me and him, like, I was doing my whole highlight. I'm like, God damn, like, I played, it was like 40, 60. Like, he played way more than me, but we had the same stats. So I'm like, if I'd have just started every snap, my stats would have been triple. I'd have probably had a better shot at the league or whatever. But it's just like, you know, it wasn't in my control.
Okay.
Brandon had the same experience his senior year too. I remember me and him used to be texting each other like, bro, like, I'm about ready to beat this nigga up. Like even after we were up right until we played him, I was like, I don't even know if I'm starting this week. Like, it's up in the air. We like, me too. Like, it's crazy.
And would you say that fucks with your like psyche and shit?
Hell yeah.
You gotta think about this. The more and more I'm learning about it too, especially from like my little niggas that are in it right now, and they going through it. Coach is gonna do whatever the fuck they gonna do to take care of themselves. Like, honestly, bro, at the end of the day, unless, like I said before, even at a big name school, I wouldn't even trust it because they getting paid. They getting paid from what we do, right? So if niggas is out there producing, then they gonna play who they want to play. But shit, man, yeah. I seen the negatives of it, bro. I seen the negatives of like, well, shit's not going good for a team. Coach is basically like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw whoever I want in there, and fuck you because I don't fuck with you, and I'm gonna do this to take care of myself. And they turn their back on you, and you can't do it. Like, you literally cannot do anything about it. You can't. Like, you literally have to deal with it, or leave. And even when you're trying to leave from it, the coaches are then trying to psych you out. Like, you know, if you leave, I'm gonna put a word out there, the negative word.
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
That
coaches
for
talk.
so nobody will fuck with you.
They'll be telling you this?
Yeah,
bro. Like, I've had niggas tell me, like, basically coach trying to like guilt trip them, saying like, if you leave, I'm gonna talk to other people. Like, I'm gonna tell them that you trying to leave and yada yada about you. I'm just like, it's fucked up. It really is. Like, all that.
So you basically get trapped, basically.
In a sense, yeah. Real. Honestly. Unless they fuck with you, or they fuck with you because you're a baller, then it's like, bro, you liable to just get cut off.
Why would a coach bring in a player that they know can't ball and then play them?
Bro, I do not know.
Really?
I was really used to, like, I used to sit there and watch him like, bro, what the fuck? Like, granted, I'm like,
probably a numbers game.
Like
a numbers game. What do you mean by that?
It was you need more numbers. We got rid of seniors. Guys got hurt, so you got to bring in guys for numbers for the year after that. But like,
yeah, I understand bringing guys in, but playing them is a whole nother.
It used to be like people used to get mad like. Why the fuck, like, isn't Tyler? Like, I would go in, ball, like, get a couple good plays, couple good tackles, and then, like, I would be coming out. He would just fuck up the chemistry of the whole defense, and that's why, like, I feel like we went 0-11 our senior year because he was doing that with everybody on the field, like, bits and pieces. When going into, like, first game, like, we played Brandon, we were a tight-knit group on defense. Even play BYU, like, we put up a good-ass fight versus BYU because we were tight-knit. So we're thinking, like, yeah, this is going to be the group of guys we're going with, but coaches got their own agenda.
Man.
Even my junior year, they try to test, like, I feel like it's like they try to test you for some odd reason. Like, for me, my sophomore year, I played my sophomore year, and I got second team, and they felt like, oh, he feels like he's second team, so he's like, I'm cocky now. So then they like pull back some, like, I didn't start a game. I'm like for what reason?
Yeah.
There's no reason to even be doing that. I'm like, oh, now I'm not playing as much. But then my senior year, now I gotta earn. They want me to earn everything back like that from my senior year. Mm-hmm. It's like stuff. They just do these unnecessary things. They do unnecessary things that don't even need to be going on. To like, I feel like they just want to prove a point almost, just to like, this is my power. This is what I could do. So I'm gonna do it because I can.
How did you guys maintain a social life while being an athlete?
Shit.
Okay, for me, going through college, the sophomore year, my girlfriend, she actually got pregnant. So during that whole, we lived together, and going through that whole process, like, I didn't really have a social life. I was always at home helping her, like, going through this pregnancy. I couldn't really go out with friends and everything. So, because it was like football, school, and getting ready for a baby.
Right.
So like Tyler was my roommate. He saw me what I was going through. So I was like making food trips, getting stuff ready, making a list. Like, that's life changing.
Man.
Yeah. He's seen it. Yeah. He's looking right in the window, like he's seeing it all go down.
So for me, I'm coming from UCLA, like I told you, like UCLA, like don't stop and don't sleep. It's like fucking Vegas. Like you got Asian kids out all in the hallway, just doing whatever, just studying and shit. Like kids, Kobe documentary, we say he went up to UCLA and just stood outside on Gailey, like the driveway. Like that's real. Like it's just because there's so many students. So for me, when I was at UCLA, I was just out and about all the time.
And he UCLA, UCLA football player. They're gonna love you. You celebrity.
I'm out and about making friends. So when I got to Portland State, it actually taught me like how to just sit it down and just be in the house, and it rain all the damn time. So when you're being from LA, you like when it rain out here, you want to sit in the house, drink some hot cocoa or some shit. So when I first got out there, I'm like, nigga, it's raining every day. Like I'm not going out there. Only for class, I'm coming back home. So
yeah, and when Tyler got here, he came like it was like the record year too. So he was really going through it his first year. Like he got like the record most rain that year.
And then what's crazy, like him and his girl got pregnant. So I couldn't really talk to like Davond. They'd come home, go right in the room, and go like go later. I'm like, damn, I can't even talk to my nigga. I used to be on the couch like, nigga, how was your day? Like, you ain't trying to talk to me, bro? Like, you had me move all the way to Portland to have a baby? I really be sitting there like, God damn, I'm by myself all over. But it was cool. I loved every minute of it. I love my little niece, so that's funny.
For Davond and Brandon, how is it having a kid and trying to chase this dream of getting to the league and maintaining school and maintaining a good relationship with the mother of your child?
Reality check? Definitely reality check. Because you got to think, my situation was different from Davond because Davond had his child with him. I didn't have Ava with me when she was born. You know, I could have, but that just wouldn't have been the right situation for me and the mother of my child to put ourselves in that situation, because, you know, it just is what it is. We don't get along that way. It is what it is. Not an issue. But it was definitely a reality check. When I got down to go ahead and have her in my life a whole lot more, just seeing just how serious it is being a father is not something that I can't like just put on anybody. It's like, it's on me, you know? It's my responsibility at the end of the day. It's what I have to take care of. I have to do what I have to do, regardless. Like, literally, your child is before everything else. So that means you have to take care of everything else so you can take care of her. So it's definitely a reality check. But yeah, that's how it was for me.
It's bittersweet, because it's like you have a baby, and you're like, you know, like barely turned 21, like, damn, I'm having a baby.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it kind of motivated me to go harder. Like, all right, I got a baby. Like, I really can't be out here slacking now.
Yeah.
I really can't be caught slipping, doing nothing. I really gotta grind. You know, it's because it's like just my life is at risk. Somebody else's is at risk also.
So you basically saying that puts your grind harder to want to make it to the league now?
Yeah. Just not even just the league, just to be successful. Yeah, just to be there for somebody, you know.
I didn't mean to, just to piggyback off, just seeing like Davond persevere of having like a child, and like, you know, knowing how he grew up and stuff, like just seeing him grow up and turn into a man, it made me want to, like, it gave me a reality check, like, damn, I'm fucking slacking off. Like, I'm up here bullshitting, and I'm like, my bro is about to have a child, and like, he's really becoming a man. Like, it made me want to go harder for my own self, and like, want me to have something with someone else. Like, I started, you know, getting myself right, but mentally right, and started treating my girl right. You know, I was doing dumb shit, but like seeing Davond grow into a man, it was like, yeah, I gotta buckle up and be there for him. And I gotta do shit right, because I was fucking up when I was on Port Slade. When I first got there, I just didn't care. You know, I just left, but yeah, he helped me out a lot.
Okay, so I mean, what are some of the trials and tribulations of like learning how to be a man? Because you guys had to grow up pretty fast. You know, you're coming from a lifestyle that's a student athlete. You know, go all the time, social events, this, that, and the other thing, and then it all comes to a grinding halt when you realize that you have to support someone else, someone that is of you, literally. So, how did you learn that?
Honestly, I don't know. It's a hard question, because maybe I feel like maybe I want to say just because I'm the oldest out of my siblings, so like I feel like I kind of already like had like some type of experience of like being a bigger person, like setting an example, and I don't know what that motherfucker was doing.
I'm risking it all.
I'm risking it all.
Them motherfuckers is risking it all.
But yeah, you know, it just goes. You go with it. You know, it's just one of those natural instincts that just click on in your body. That it's just, you know, in fucking nature. Like, there's no other way to put it. Yeah. Like when Brandon said, when he got home and he actually got to see, like, be with his daughter more. He said he felt that feeling. Like, it's just, you can't describe it.
Yeah. One way that helps me put it is, my mom told me, she was like, you know, we're not born on this earth to be parents. I mean, you're born to live. You become a parent. You learn how to be a parent. Mm-hmm. So it was literally like just a learning experience. It's a growth. Like, every day of you seeing your daughter, every time you see your daughter, every time I see my daughter, whenever I see her, is always something I'm learning about her and then about myself. Like patience, listening to her, trying to like slow things down and explain to her feelings. Like, it's just a growth. So it's something that you go through. You don't know it. You might prepare yourself for it, but you don't fully understand it until you have it right there in front of you.
Right. Okay, taking this conversation back to the football, and for Mike's case, basketball aspect of it. When it's your senior year and it's the end of the season, and now it's time for you to start trying to make this transition to making it to the league, what are some of the things that you have to do, and how is that process like finding an agent and all that?
Y'all want me to go?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah. Well, like first, getting an agent. It's really if you play good, the agent is gonna come to you. So like, if it helps if you play, it helps if you like, you know, if you made a name for yourself from the field. So like, cause like for me, my age, like I like, you know, you meet people and stuff. You meet players that already have agents, like probably put in the word for you. But like I found my agent. He came to me. And I just emailed them, and if they like you, you know, they'll get in contact with you, with your agency. But like, all agencies are different. And I can't, just to speak on mine, my agency told me like, when I'm training for pro day, that just keep receipts of everything that you did. And if you go, like all the training you did, and if you go 4th round or better, then you get refunded all the money you spent on it. So it's like, it's kind of just like when it starts to come to that pro day and combine stuff, for certain people it's like all money in. Like you can't like, all right, I'm gonna just go hard but not do this. Like you got to be all in on it. So I feel like I went all in, and you know.
Well, for me on my end, at first it was fun because you know I made a decent amount of noise my junior season, going into my redshirt senior season. So I had a decent amount of agents hit me up, get in contact with me. Like at one point, I had Steve Smith's old agent that was trying to have me as his client. So I was getting a buzz, but it ended up falling down because of how my season went. So I only ended up having a couple agents to choose from.
Right.
So I had to go and choose like the best one in comparison to having a whole fluster.
Yeah, and my fault, Brandon. But it also like how like your team plays affects you. Like if your whole team don't win a game, they're looking at there's nobody there. Like then they're not like, unless if they got one guy that's literally out there breaking records.
And that's the other thing. Is literally in my situation too. You know, we weren't always having winning seasons. I mean, we only had one winning season while I was there. But besides that, they're all losing seasons. So it's like, damn near, if you weren't player of this or get some type of award or honorable mentions, or if you weren't basically setting standards like that in the D1 for our school, then it's like you really weren't going to get a fair chance of a look.
Kind of had the same experience as Brandon. Junior season, made a little buzz, you know, getting my name back out from being highly recruited and shit. And then coming to my senior year, I start the first game on BYU. You know, I do pretty good. You know, got, you know, people tweeting about me and stuff. So agents are still there. Second game, you know, they're still there. Come third and fourth game, my coach just not starting me, and my playing time starts dwindling. And the agent the agent I was talking to, you know, I was supposed to invest like $20,000 into me for my training. For pro day, you know, went AWOL, you know, stopped talking to me. And another one came up to see me at a Cal Poly game. I went stupid that game, and then didn't hear from him the next day because the week after I wasn't starting. So I stopped talking to him. The agent I had right now, only reason why I had found him, well, he found me through fucking Facebook, and the only reason why I even saw his messages because one day I was just sitting in my bed, like, just after season, like, I don't know who I'm about to get, like, I don't know how I'm about to get an agent, and I was just scrolling through Facebook, and then I actually just went to the messengers, and I was like, I don't know what I was looking for, and I just saw this message, and then I just reached out to him, and then he's been my agent ever since.
Yeah, because like in this industry, you need an agent.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have an agent, you have nobody to represent you. You have nobody to sell you. You have nobody to get your name out there. Because it's like if like I would say if I didn't have an agent, okay, I make a highlight tape. I post it on YouTube. I post it on my Twitter. Hey, everybody, post on my Instagram. that only goes so far, you know.
Yeah.
And all right, then we'll go on the NFL team's website and send it to their email. That like, that's me who don't have an agent, and thousands of other dudes, millions other dudes doing the same exact thing that I'm doing. That shit is lost in that. Yeah.
Like it's just like it's a lucky click that you might get.
Yeah. If you're in a situation with no agent. So yeah.
Okay, so is your agent responsible for you getting these invites to maybe these camps and stuff, that these training camps that these teams hold and everything, or is that more based off of your performance?
Both.
It's like mainly like your performance, name, and your agent's credibility, and like who they've got into camps and stuff.
Like who's his clients as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then that could be a good or bad thing. Like if you're with some agent who like he's like your his first client, he's gonna go hard for you.
Yeah.
But it's like you don't really know his type of connections compared to where you could get somebody that he has credibility in the league. Like he knows people that he knows coaches that are on teams. So like or you could go his route, but he has 4 or 5 other dudes that are trying same class as you. One of them could even be your position,
Right.
So like
Me and my agent, me and 2 other teammates had the same agent. So like, it was like he was representing me and 2 other my teammates. So it's like, how much is he really working?
Yeah.
No disrespect to him, but like I wanted, to kind of not a personal like a personal relationship, but like you just felt like someone who's actually working for you.
Right.
Just not like getting people out the straw of a hat.
Right.
Just stuff. And as we coming from a small town, a small school, it's like you got agents that work with small school kids and like want to help them out, but it's like, they know it's a dime a dozen.
So your agent is basically the person that is the person that's gassing you up to these teams and giving you that extra push.
Exactly.
Okay. How was your guys' experiences participating in your pro day? How was that whole day like? And then, well, we'll just leave it right there. How was your pro day? How did you feel you performed? And how'd you prepare for it?
Shit. I was ready. Regardless of like how my hamstring was feeling at that time, I was ready. Went out there, I had fun. It sparked me up some shit. I think I went from having like maybe like 2 people interested in me to like 2 teams interested in me to like damn near 10. Just off of that, and then a couple more like just fell through later on as the weeks continued to closer to draft day. But yeah, it was pro day helped me out a lot in my situation.
Yeah, I had a shitty pro day. I had pulled my hamstring the week before pro day, so like my numbers wasn't the best. So like I just felt like football. It felt like I was about to hang up the cleats because I didn't get nothing. I didn't get. Our agent couldn't. The numbers wasn't there.
Sure.
The stats was there. Like combined collectively they were there, but like my senior year stats weren't that good. So I'm like, damn, like this is it. I'm finna hang him up. Like I don't got nothing. We didn't get nothing. So I was facing like reality, quick. The window for the NFL was closing. So.
Davond?
For me, I felt like I had trained really well. Like when on pro day, I didn't feel like any type of nervousness. Only thing that really I knew going into it was my bench press was gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
Like I could just say it was gonna be terrible. And I was thinking about skipping it. I talked to my agent about it. I'm like, I don't know about this bench press. Like, should I do it? He was telling me just do it because if you don't do it, then they're gonna look at it as an injury. They're not gonna pick somebody up, one from a small school and you're injured. You know what I'm saying? So I had went and did the bench, and the bench was the last workout. I felt like I was scouts was talking to me, like I literally talking to me through the whole thing, having conversations, and get to the last one on the bench. I only cranked 9 of them things, racket, and then like they all literally. I sit up and I see them all huddled up, like what, like which I'm like fuck, like you know. So like it just hurt. It doesn't hurt. It's just discouraging. Like
what are you supposed to hit? Like what number?
At least 15. Like that would be the minimum
For a D lineman.
for an outside linebacker, D lineman.
And that's what, 225?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
How did you guys? Okay, so after your pro day, now, my understanding now is the opportunity to kind of be invited to these different training camps. Not necessarily training camps, but like workouts and stuff with teams and stuff. How was those experiences for you guys?
So for me, after the draft, like my agent, I was talking with my agent, and then he was telling me it's a like anything's a possibility. You could come late 7th round. So like I had in my head that I'm like I was a chance I might get drafted. So I was watching the draft every day. Just in case, like you never knew.
Yeah.
Then that didn't get a call or anything. Wade, my agent said, I have a rookie mini camp for the Chiefs and for the Colts, and I'm gonna get you to do both. And if you sign with the Chiefs first, then you'll go there. And if you don't sign with the Chiefs, then you go to the Colts and do theirs. So originally, I didn't really even know what just a rookie mini camp tryout was. I was kind of under the impression for the Chiefs that like I was under the impression that like not really said and done. I was like, so am I signing a contract? He's like no, but he's like, you don't have a contract, but if you just go out there and do what you do, then they'll sign you. Like that's, you know, I'm thinking like, all right, like I'm gonna just go out there and do what I do then, like do what I do best. Bump and roll, don't get signed, but like I knew in the Chiefs, because they threw me out there. I was playing outside linebacker, new position, like first time playing outside linebacker ever, learning the NFL playbook at that, and then the minicamp is only 3 days, so they were like, you could tell that they want to move at fast pace to see who could keep up, you know. It's a test. That's why you're here. You're not. Nobody's. The only people that are here are the people that they drafted, really. You know, the people that they spent the money on. Everybody else is still trying to earn their keeps in the situation and on a team. So like I feel like the Chiefs, I was disappointed, but I knew it was a learning experience at the same time, because I knew I had another tryout with the Colts. And then a week later, when I go to the Colts, I thought I balled out. I thought like the coach, D-line coach, he messes with me. I thought I was killing it, but I guess I just wasn't something they want. You don't really ever even get an answer. Like at the end of the camp, they just like, you see them like a couple scouts pull people aside like, hey, and it's only like 1 or 2, like a handful of guys, not like 10 collective guys. Besides people that already signed their contract. So you know, when you're really there, you really gotta stick out. It's not like because you're not. They don't want you to compete at these people's levels you're at. They want you to stick out. You know.
How about for Tyler and Brandon?
For me, like I said, for me, leading up to draft day, basically like all in total, I had about at least 5 teams that were saying that they would give me priority free agent undrafted. And the one team that was really fucking me tough at the time was Seattle. Seattle was saying up to late to 7th round to priority free agent. Cut long story short, the draft happens, don't get a call, whatever, it's over with. I'm waiting there for like 30, 45 minutes. But I didn't get a call from my agent. He's like, blah, 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 you got a mini camp invite to Seattle. I'm like, cool, bet. What about the other, 4 or 5 other people that are talking? What are they saying? Because I had also other people talking about rookie mini camp invites too. None of those went through, so I'm like, okay, bet. I'm going to just go out here, I'm a ball. for this one in Seattle, it didn't go my way. The hamstrings also kind of messed up at the time I was out there, so I couldn't like fully go as hard as I wanted to. But definitely a learning experience that I appreciated because it just showed, like Davond saying, like, you know, you see them, people who you appreciate the grind because you're like, okay, like if I get this opportunity, if I get this chance again, I see what I gotta do.
Yeah.
Like I see how serious I gotta take this. So you know, it just helps you out. So I appreciate it for real. Thankful that I was able to do it. But of course, you know, still chasing the dream to be able to do it again.